Whatever you need, you can count on us. So if you're ready to get started, build with us. With Hostels Building and Nevis Centers, you're not just building a structure, you're building a future. Let us help you create something amazing. Dream with us, plan with us, grow with us, build with us. Come build with us at Hostels Building and Nevis Centers today. Build with us at Hosford's.
Caribbean numbers come and play. Just one single dollar, that is the way. You can pick one number or two or three. I win up to 20,000, you see. 3 ways to play, 3 draws a day, 3 ways to win. Hear what we say. Caribbean numbers is the easiest game to play.
The new Caribbean numbers.
So play today.
At any Caribbean lottery agent island-wide.
So play today.
This Valentine's Day, give the gift everyone really wants, relaxation, with Valentine's vouchers from the Chop Shop Salon and Spa. Celebrate Valentine's, Galentine's, or just treat someone who's always got your back. Literally, we've got you covered. Choose a 45-minute couples full body massage for $2.95, an hour-long couples massage for $3.95, or our couples pedicure pampering for $1.99, a guaranteed favorite. Vouchers are on sale February 1st to 15th, valid until March 31st, VAT included. Visit us at Port Zante, Sigit Ben near the Marriott, or Nevis next to Hosford's. WhatsApp 869-667-7243 to book today.
A hearty good morning to the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, to the regional and international diaspora. It's just about 7 minutes after the hour of 8. Welcome to today's program of Island Tea. It is the 11th of February, 2026. To my sister, Mivella Martinborough, happy birthday to you. To everyone else that's celebrating a birthday, anniversary, whatever you're celebrating, congratulations. Enjoy to the fullest. Eat your cake if it's your birthday or your anniversary and you have cake, and enjoy it. Don't let anybody spoil your day. So once again, to my beautiful sister Mavella Martinborough, happy birthday as you celebrate today. Just to remind you, Island Tea is being simulcast on TVC Channel 40, Facebook, as well as YouTube. We are on your FM dial at 98.9 FM. Our local number is 466-0989 if you wish to join in on the conversation or bring something pressing to the fore. In the U.S., 1718-285-6984. Quint, good morning. How are you doing this morning?
I'm fine. And you?
Trying to be better than yesterday. And at the 9 o'clock hour, I've invited Nubian Greer to come and speak about studying in Cuba. And just to touch on the jack shirt, I heard them say jack shirt here, but it's the shirt jack. I know 5 gentlemen who opposed the bigger countries back in the day. That would be Mr. Forbes Burnham, Mr. Maurice Bishop. You had Errol Barrow. Let me make sure I get the other 2. So it's Fidel Castro, Michael Manley, Forbes Burnham, Maurice Bishop, and Eric Williams. Where did I get Barrow from? I don't know, but I think the name rings a bell somewhere in the back of my mind. And they all wore jack shirts. Now, as we begin today's program, I saw an article, and it came from Dominica News Online, and it reads, it says, "Not fair. Former Dominica UN ambassador on U.S. demands to end Cuba medical training." It says former Dominican ambassador to the United States, Crispin Gregoire, has sharply criticized recent U.S. demands that Caribbean nations halt the practice of sending students to Cuba for medical training, calling the directive deeply unfair and harmful to the region's healthcare systems. Speaking ahead of the upcoming CARICOM summit in St. Kitts, Gregoire argued that Washington's pressure campaign undermines decades of cooperation between Cuba and its Caribbean neighbors. He said, in quote, "If the Americans say we cannot train our students in Cuba, are they going to provide scholarships to U.S. universities instead? The answer is no. The U.S. doesn't even have enough places to train its own doctor, far less ours," end quote. The demand to end Cuba medical program is part of a broader set of measures imposed by Washington recently. These measures include the closure of U.S. aid programs throughout the Caribbean, which has curtailed development assistance in the region. They also involve restrictions on tourist and immigration visas, particularly impacting Dominica, Antigua and Barbuda, and St. Vincent, thereby limiting mobility and opportunities for citizens of these nations. In addition, Washington has required CARICOM states to accept U.S. deportees, placing added social and economic strain on local governments. Finally, the United States has requested that Caribbean countries host military radar installation, a move that raises concerns about sovereignty and regional security. Gregoire noted that Dominica, already facing multiple sanctions, has little room to maneuver. He said, in quote, "They will have no choice, zero choice," he warned, suggesting that governments risk further penalties if they resist U.S. directives, end quote. For decades, Cuba has provided scholarships to Caribbean students, producing thousands of doctors and professionals. Cuban medical brigades have also been deployed across the region, filling critical gaps in healthcare delivery. Countries such as Jamaica, which hosts the largest contingent of Cuban medical personnel, rely heavily on this support. St. Lucia's Prime Minister, Philip Pierre, confirmed that Washington has asked his government to stop sending students to Cuba, a move he said poses, and quote, "a major issue for his country's healthcare sector," end quote. "Many of our doctors got trained in Cuba, and now the great USS says we cannot do that any longer," Pierre stated. Summit chair and St. Kitts Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew, himself a Cuban-trained physician, defended the contributions of Cuban professionals. He said, unquote, "The Federation values its relations with both Cuba and the U.S. We are a friend to all and an enemy of none." Rejecting U.S. claims that Cuba's medical program exploits its workers, Gregoire placed the dispute within the wider context of global power competition, with Venezuela's oil shipment to Cuba cut off and Mexico pressure to halt its own supplies. Cuba faces a deepening energy crisis. Russia and Iran have pledged assistance, but U.S. naval presence in the Caribbean could block deliveries. Gregoire said, unquote, "The whole global order is changing. America is paying attention to its backyard because China and Russia are active here. They want to counter that, and Cuba is on the fire." Gregoire lamented the loss of Ross University in Dominica, which once contributed significantly to the island's economy, and warned that dismantling the Cuban medical corporation would further impoverish the Dominican people. "It took us 40 years to build that university sector, and now it's gone. The end of the medical brigade will mean poverty and hardship," he said. While some governments, including Bahamas, Guyana, and Antigua, have already yielded to U.S. pressure, others remain defiant. Dominica has long prided itself on its close association with Cuba, sending students there since 1979. Gregoire emphasized that this solidarity has been vital for human resource development across the Caribbean. As CARICOM leaders prepare to meet on February 24th, The issue is expected to dominate discussions, with Washington intensifying its demands and regional governments weighing the risk of compliance. The summit may prove to be one of the most consequential in recent years. So that is the end of that article, and I got that from Dominica News Online for anyone that wants to read, peruse, and dive deeper into it. So, Quint?
Well, that's interesting. Everyone, that is true. Everyone is going to be waiting with bated breath. That's all I'm hearing right now. Everybody's going to be waiting to see the outcome of the upcoming conference of Caribbean heads of government.
Oh,
There's
boy.
a caller. Hello, caller.
Caller, good morning. You're live in Allen T.
Good morning to everybody once more again.
Good
And
morning.
greetings in Jesus' name, the only Savior of sinners from their sins and from hell, by the gospel only, through faith only, according to the word of God only. Now, first of all, I would like to speak about Bad Bunny. That's the first thing. Yes, everybody was glad to see St. Kitts' flag in the presentation that he made at the Super Bowl. But Satan is very, very cunning. And the Bible said, beware of his schemes. And all who have eyes to see, let them see. And who all have ears, let them hear. Talking about spiritual eyes and spiritual ears, really. You see? And I can't see how anybody who professes to be a Christian supported. And worse yet, people asking for him to be coming here to perform a music festival simply because he had the Kittitian flag or St. Kitts flag and St. Kitts and Nevis flag in his presentation. And the reason why I said that is this. Well, I know many people disagree with this, but for one, I regard women, anybody, man, woman, doesn't matter, pushing back the rear end, twerking and all them sort of stuff to be very wrong, vulgar and profane and that sort of stuff. But even worse than that, and that is more than bad enough, but even worse than that, Bad Bunny had in his presentation 2 men grinding on each other. Yes, 2 men grinding on each other, pushing homosexuality. A lot of people miss that part. The 2 of them
Like you
was
look at
behind-
this performance intently. Because
I
did
didn't
look at
see
it.
that. I didn't
look at it like that. I didn't see all of that because I
Okay.
didn't look at it. I only saw the snippets on YouTube.
But
Oh,
if that is
okay.
the
Let-
case, if that is the case, you know, I go against that, you know. But I didn't
Let
see
me,
that.
let me tell you the part, okay? The 2 of them was by a vehicle. I don't remember whether it was a pickup, a Jeep, or I don't remember the vehicle.
Call for that though. Just to put that out there.
Well, people asking for him to come here. And people said that Christian praising it.
Okay.
And the door was open, the front door was open, and the 2 men were behind on the front door, holding on the front door. Well, at least one of them was holding on the front door, and the 2 men grinding up on each other. Bad Bunny is known for his immorality. And so I hope people did miss it. But it is sad for them to be asking for him to come in because he's saying he's ready for that on the music festival.
Don't we already have all the artists caller?
No, as the people were requesting, I don't know if we have all the artists. I don't know. But people have been requesting it as though they missed that part.
Okay.
Because as bad as we are, I don't think we at this moment we're ready to stoop that low to have such a presentation on the music festival. So this is a serious thing. America, and as Quint have said it in the past, you look at the entertainment coming out of America, they're pushing strongly the homosexuality. The devil is very cunning. And that's why the Bible said, be not unaware of the schemes of the devil. Secondly, concerning and not only that, but from what I read as well, what he was there are things that he was saying in Spanish that were very vile. I've read that he was saying things. There are things that he was saying in Spanish that were very vile. Now, on another issue, everybody is pressing on government to increase government spending on the Pacific areas. Farmers pressing government to increase money spending on the area in agriculture. Police, hospitals, schools, roads, tourism, you name it. Everybody is pressing government to increase spending in the areas, and thus to have a bill, and thus to have a budget with spending increases, which would result in increase in national debt. That's not good. That's very destructive to any country. And continually increasing it only brings that destruction on quicker. I mean, can't we see that the government ain't even have, can't we see that the budget that the government running is unsustainable? The government don't even have money to give police shackles to shackle people. I mean, we see that recently in a video. The continual increase of government spending over the years has resulted in all of these ills that we are now seeing, including the cost in living. That's one of the reasons why government taxes are so high, which increase the cost of living over the years, which we are now balling for and making people even poorer and poorer. So these are the two topics I wish to speak on, and
So
let us remember government doesn't have money tree that they can go and pick money on.
we understand that. Okay, we get that. But where do we get the funds from? You said the private sector, right?
Right.
So how does one acquire those funds? Since you said we're putting pressure on government to do everything, but don't we pay our taxes? And don't we contribute in other ways that help the government as well?
Well, yeah, but like I said, the more taxes the government soak out of the private sector, the more it impoverishes the private sector, which is really the creative sector, which is really the innovative sector, to put it in the hands of a sector that is very wasteful and very non-innovative and inventive and that sort of stuff, and very inefficient.
All right.
And that's not good for any development for a country. And that is why I admire every day, moment of my life, the wisdom of the Bible. These things are supposed to be done by the private sector. And in a free market capitalist economy where competition increases, and as a result, prices go down and the cost of living go down and the standard of living increase continually.
All right.
Okay, take care, everybody. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay, caller, go ahead. You're live in Island T. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you guys this
Good.
morning?
Yourself?
I'm good. No, I was listening to what you were reading, Cortesia, and the thought that came to my mind, I wonder, did the Dominican Prime Minister ask the U.S. What are the other alternatives besides the Cubans? Are they offering something?
But you heard what that article said. There's a clear, well, that person said a clear no. And then somebody said in a rebuttal caller that Skerritt is a small man to Trump.
But that's the whole thing. Whether you're small or not, after all, you got to stand up for your right, because what are they offering? What is the other alternative? Are they offering free scholarship to the Caribbean prospective doctors? What is the other alternative? You can't just tell the people, or you cannot send your people to Cuba to study, but yet you ain't offering anything.
But Carl, I don't know if you remember, during COVID, a large contingent, I think it's over 300 and something Cuban doctors went to Italy. Did the U.S. tell Italy they can't have those doctors, or they can't come to the U.S.?
But that's the whole thing. They push around who they think they can push around.
Yep.
I mean, and because the article went on to talk about the health, and when you take away the doctors, that means they're not thinking about our small island, the health of the people.
No, 'cause
They couldn't care whether we die or not.
They say sometimes we put a strain on their health system, right? Even if we go with our insurance. So what are you putting us to do then? For those of us that can afford to go there, that actually have visas, because for the persons that don't have, the impoverished, how are they going to get there?
Look, it's quite obvious that we all keep asking, are they providing other options? They don't intend to. They don't care to. They want us to die. They want us to be impoverished. They want us to be uneducated. Remember the whole history of how they see us coming from the mother continent, Africa. Remember they dubbed it the Dark Continent, right? All of those names that you find, Congo and all of those are names that they put on the motherland from whence we came, to show it as some primitive place. But look who's acting primitive now.
Well, I think it's Jam Down talk about I think it's CARICOM gonna be held in St. Kitts.
Yeah, the meeting.
Well, I think this is a great opportunity for the people to come out in their numbers with their placards and show that we need the Cuban doctors.
Yeah, because
the island, the country needs it. They need them. I mean, and
but Paula,
I believe people feel the country needs visa more than anything else.
Really?
That's something too. But then
that is my belief.
But then look, Guyana and Bahamas and Antigua and all of those that have already yielded and maybe have gotten other options. Don't you think they're going to look at those countries and say, if they can do it, then we can do it too?
What are their other options?
What are the options?
The Ghanaian nurses and doctors.
Antigua
brought in about 119.
Can you take though? Because then after a while, they're also gonna be stretched to the limit also.
And are they up to par? We know that Cuban doctors are renowned around the world.
Exactly, Quint.
Yep, that we know for sure.
You look around the Caribbean and you hear them, you hear the locals complaining about the health system and the health system. I mean, when I turn on my computer at that time, I hear Jamaicans bawling, and Jamaica have a university, right? I hear Jamaicans bawling about the healthcare system, how horrible it is. You go to the hospital, you sit there all day. You go to the patients in the hallway, they are dying in the hallway. How bad the healthcare system, yet you want to take away. I don't understand.
What I don't understand, I understand what the U.S. and Trump is doing, you know. I think it is quite evident. What I don't understand is why the Caribbean don't see the necessity of finding ways of resisting, because if you don't resist, then it means you cannot be calling ourselves independent and sovereign and any of those things.
Because exactly, you just don't just bend so. Because after they take away this, what else?
The containers, if we resist.
The first thing, I've been saying it all the time, I would have sat in the congregation with the U.S. people and I would have said to them verbally, I would not have written off on anything. I would have said, look, I'm going to think about this. Give me some time to think about this. That is what I would have said to them. I would have never given them anything to the affirmative. But
and
our leaders going to these...
They don't even come to the citizens and put none of these stuff to the people of the country. The people who is the one who mainly gonna suffer.
Yeah, well.
I mean, let's be real. Because they have the money. They can jump on a plane and they can go wherever they want to go get their medical help.
Yeah,
the average man can't do that.
Which reminds me of that minister I was speaking to, Cortensia, yesterday, who said his visa is straight as long as he is the prime minister. So they're only looking at themselves. As you say, they can jump on a plane, they can...
But will it... You see, I don't want to speak ill or bad on him, but will it be straight now that he came out and said that? Because just like how they can pull anybody else's, they can pull his too.
That's it.
But
But
exactly,
it shows you the point that the caller is making, that they don't think about anyone but themselves.
That's the sad part. Because it's the people that put them
to Greg and Bad Bunny, as he named, Greg see a lot.
I know, right? he looked intent, with intent.
I remember seeing a pickup or something.
I don't even remember seeing that. I was just looking at the polls because I understand what the electricity polls stood for. I did not see all that. And as I said, I didn't watch it in its entirety.
I saw the part where they come into the cane field and all that cultural stuff. I didn't see the performance with the dancing and all that thing because like you said, I just watched snippets on Facebook.
And YouTube.
From the feedback we're getting, it seemed like if the majority of the black Americans didn't take kindly to it. I've got a clip or two that I'm going to play after a commercial break, but I disagree with their sentiments, and I'm going to speak on that when I play those clips.
And to Greg, which God-fearing Christian gonna be advertising telling them to bring Bad Bunny? Not a real God-fearing person gonna be talking about bring anybody that is not even what they're singing, don't even bring no praise or glory to God.
But you see, Greg is practicing propaganda. He lumps everybody in, mix lie with truth, and because people are saying that they want them, he say God-fearing Christians are, but he has no real proof of that is what you call propaganda. You see?
I dare to differ, to believe that with you God-fearing child of God gonna be advertising to bring Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
I'll call back. I'll feed the line for someone else.
Yeah, we'll take a bit
caller.
of a commercial break and we'll be right back.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
If you need protection, you need one who you can trust. To secure your investment, you need one who'll do you just. TDC Insurance, you're the one that you can trust. TDC Insurance, you're always safe with us. TDC Insurance is your go-to insurance company for all your insurance needs. We take pride in offering you the best solutions and ensuring our customers are fully satisfied. TDC Insurance, we take good care of you, guaranteeing you peace of mind. You're always safe with us.
Rams the good food people, always there to serve you. Rams the good food people, locations right near you. Rams the good food people, in-store specials for you. Rams the good food people. Rams. When you need better service, Rams is always here. Better value, better prices. Rams is always here. We want your loyalty. Rams is always here. We are community. We are family. We are family. Rams for you and me. We are community. Rams for you and me. Caribbean numbers come and play. Just $1 $, that is the way. You can pick one number or two or three. I win up to 20,000, you see. 3 ways to play, 3 draws a day, 3 ways to win. Hear what we say. Caribbean numbers is the easiest game to play.
The new Caribbean numbers
So play today.
at any Caribbean lottery agent island-wide.
So play today.
Hey kids, it's chubby time. I have to go to school and learn and play with my friends too. Every day is fun day, cause I love my chubby, chubby, chubby. chubby, 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 chubby. Lots of flavors for me to choose every day to keep me cool. It fits my hand made just for me. Everybody loves chubby. Chubby, 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 chubby. Every day is fun day. Chubby.
And it's just about 34 minutes after the hour of 8, and we're back on Island T. Quint, you want to play your stuff now? Or?
Yeah, I will if there's no caller. Yeah, I'm going to play this, and the U.S., they're giving the blacks, they're giving a big backlash. Check this out.
Watch the Super Bowl. Shout out to the Seahawks for pulling out that amazing win against the Patriots. But a lot of Americans were pissed. And not because of the way the game went, but because of the halftime show. They did not like the halftime show. And when I say a lot of Americans were pissed, I'm not talking about white Americans that live in the Midwest and farm chickens. I'm talking about everybody, every single demographic. And me today scrolling on X, I found so many black content creators that really hated the halftime show. Check this out.
Bad Bunny was not lying when he said we had to learn Spanish to watch the Super Bowl. That was hands down, and I'm not being over dramatic. Go over here with his phone in his hand with Google Translate up close to this TV screen trying to understand what the fuck's going on. And then he walks out with this revolutionary walk on American land in an American stadium with all of these foreign nation flags standing up against God knows what. And it looks like revolutionary in American country. I'm so tired of this shit.
And I get it. I know that you Latinos, Tejanos, and everybody else, it was the worst Super Bowl performance without real live, real ammunition, real performances. Listen, I don't have anything against the Latino community. It was not authentic. Bad Bunny was bad business. And I really think that you all are really trying to dumb down what's really real in our world. Because Bad Bunny's performance was bad. We got to do better. Damn, this is the one time I wish he would have brought J-Lo on. Somebody who can make sense of what his choreography was about.
Well, everybody bashed me because I said nobody wants to listen to Bad Bunny. What do we have here?
Who that is?
I've never heard of Bad Bunny.
I don't know who it is. He's performing at halftime. Yeah, I don't know who it is.
I don't know no Bad Bunny song.
Do you think they made a mistake?
I believe so. I ain't never heard of bro till now.
I don't have one.
I don't listen to him.
I don't know any song.
If a bunch of urban kids and of the culture kids don't know who Bad Bunny, the king of Mufungo music is, why the hell do y'all think the demographic of the NFL does? This is about to be the worst halftime show of all time. The NFL is slowly trying to push away their actual fan base. For what? Fans of soccer?
Why would I watch the halftime show or care if I don't understand what he's saying? Like, people are saying you're racist for not wanting to watch or support Bad Bunny, and I'm like, I think that's the problem. I think there's an agenda behind why he's performing, and you're a part of it. I don't understand what he's saying, so I'm not gonna listen to it. I don't care. He's not speaking my language. Why are you trying to make me feel uncomfortable on an English-speaking territory? I don't understand what he's saying, so I don't really care. I don't know why he's performing if he can't speak English. That's just how I feel about it. It's just the NFL. This isn't the World Cup with soccer or something. I can understand that. It's the NFL. Even in soccer, bro, when they be having like America News or something like that, like these folks translate the post-game interview in English. So I need that at the Super Bowl halftime show. It's the Super Bowl. If you can't translate the song in English, big dog, I'm gonna need you to find somebody else. Because I don't know what you're saying. And no, I'm not racist just because I don't know what you're saying. Or just because I don't care about what you gotta say because I don't know what you're saying.
We have the right not to like Bad Bunny, and it had nothing to do with him being Puerto Rican. People weren't criticizing J-Lo performing. People don't care about him being Puerto Rican. They're trying to manipulate people to feel the way they feel about Bad Bunny. But the reality of it is we have a right to not like Bad Bunny. We don't like Bad Bunny because we are American. You have to assimilate to our country. You came to our... That's like me moving over. If I decide I want to be a missionary in Mexico, and me going over there and saying, I'm going to speak English and I just expect everybody over there to learn my language. No, I came to their country. I have to learn some Spanish if I go over there. Like most missionary preachers that go over to those countries, they have to learn the language. Oh, this is America. This is America. We speak English. That is our official language. Most of the people that watch the Super Bowl are American. The Super Bowl, whoever sings it should be singing it in English to respect Americans, or at least have subtitles, or are some American singers there to balance it out. We also have the right to not be okay with people waving all these foreign flags everywhere and putting all these political symbols in it. So there's many reasons. We just don't like Bad Bunny. It has nothing to do with him being Puerto Rican. And you can't condemn us, and you can't call us racist to make us like somebody that we don't like. We don't have to like Bad Bunny.
So yeah, there were a lot of opinions about the halftime show. Some people loved it. Some people hated it. Some people didn't know what the hell he was saying, but there were booties on the screen, so they enjoyed it anyway.
Yeah, you heard it for yourself. And even though there's some truth in the fact that you can't make people like what they don't want to like, but hey, it's the reason. And I perused a lot of these American black people saying why they didn't like it. And you know the main reasons? Two main reasons. One, they didn't seem to understand that Puerto Ricans are Americans, one. And number two, they have a big issue with seeing other people's flags. Because these black people, and I'm going to say this, are the perfect representation of house Negroes. The house Negroes, because they were in the house and they could eat master's hand-me-down food, leftover food and hand-me-down clothes, he felt that they were better than the house slaves. Right now, you see what is happening.
Slaves? The house slave feel
better than the field slaves. Sorry.
Field slaves, okay.
These people, look at what the black people are going through right now. They decide they're not going to go out on the streets because they know that they will be targeted. So they have to stay in their house because they know Trump wants to get at them. But there are so much house Negroes that they say, our house, this is our flag, we are Americans, you understand? And they don't even understand that what Black Bunny depicted with the cane fields and so forth is the history of their foreparents, who a lot of them are descendants of people who left from the Caribbean and went into the United States of America, or the slave plantation owners, especially after the abolition of slavery, started to get a lot of slaves from the Caribbean because the Caribbean was used as a breeding farms. But these people don't know their history. So I watch them and I listen to them and I say, wow, how sad. And this is the same with the Caribbean, you know. That is why we will quicker lean towards getting a visa than our leaders standing up and saying, look, we know we're going to have some hardship, but we're going to have to find a way to unite, and we're going to make sure agriculture is big so that we can feed ourselves in the event that these things want to persist. No, don't do that. Just acquiesce. Let us be able to go and get our passport and our visa so that we can become American citizens like those over there and say, we don't want to see any other flag but the U.S. flag. And we don't want you bringing any politics into it. As if the politics isn't always into it. It is politics into it while you are stuck in your homes now in the United States of America, afraid to go out because you know you will be targeted.
If you go to your numbers, they're going to spray.
Yes.
And I saw Nick's comment underneath the article that I read earlier, and somebody said, up next, he's going to demand the expulsion of all formal Chinese embassies from the regions.
Yeah. Hello, caller.
Caller, go ahead.
Morning again, guys. Now Quincy practically said everything that I wanted to say. Because it's amazing. Oh, he come on American soil.
Yeah.
Dude, the man is American also.
Yep, he has a blue book.
He got the same passport like
All they're
you.
gonna say he
the
born in
same
Puerto
rights
Rico.
like you.
That's all. Yep.
And they got the nerve come with these foreign flags.
Yeah.
They forget these foreign flag who teach American to wash, cook, clean,
To
do
fight for them,
everything.
to fight for themselves also. Because it is people like Marcus Garvey and so many others who came from the Caribbean who brought up, pushed civil rights and pushed what we call now Pan-Africanism and so forth.
But I think the problem is they missed the whole concept.
That's
the
it.
man, from what I see, he was his thing was unity.
That's what it was.
He was trying to push unity. They missed the whole concept. And look at it. He let the American flag lead.
Yes, he did.
He didn't put his Puerto Rican flag first, you know.
It ain't good enough.
And whether you understand what he's saying or not, the fact is what the people want, because when you go to social media, he rated higher than any other
Yeah,
Super Bowl
his was the
performance.
most watched show.
I'm glad you made that,
Yeah,
because
I was gonna say that.
here's some other point.
Mhm.
The person behind pushing this and allowing Bad Bunny to be there is Jay-Z.
Mhm.
Jay-Z, say what you want about him and his lifestyle, the man is a genius when it comes to
Right.
marketing. Okay?
I saw a video actually with Jay-Z saying that he actually put out saying that Bad Bunny was threatened, he was receiving death threats, and he made sure security was tight around him.
Yeah.
I did run into that video with him talking.
So here's what I'm saying in terms of Jay-Z. Because remember Jay-Z, if you go back to Jay-Z's history as a rapper, Jay-Z was never the best rapper. He was never the best in a lot of things. But you know what he was good at? Marketing himself. And he marketed himself to the point where he was the big CEO of a production company. You understand? Now, he knows that no matter what they feel, that the NFL is not the biggest sporting thing in the world. The biggest sporting thing you hear them saying is this soccer. Soccer is the biggest. And the NFL is trying to get some of that soccer crowd. You understand? Places like Italy and all those places and so forth. So that is why Bad Bunny blew up.
Right,
But
which
they
is
don't know the
sad.
marketing. They don't know the marketing. All they live in their little house, in their little house slave
Speak
mentality.
English. Speak English.
And speak English again. Hear
Nothing
this.
else.
All the people around the world who Jay-Z is now trying, and the NFL is now trying to market to, were hearing English. They couldn't understand a lot of them.
Yeah, but they listened.
But they listened and they
didn't
watched.
complain,
They didn't
exactly.
complain. But here you little house
That's the same thing
Negro.
my husband just said.
You understand? Here you little house Negro feel entitled, feel that even though the master whips you every time you go out of order, at least you can get the master's left over and wear his hand-me-down clothes. You understand? So look. The one thing I would disagree with is what Greg said about the man grinding on a man. I would not condone that.
Of course.
But I understood the concept because what he represented is all of the Caribbean's history. The cane field, the struggles, and even we have electricity problem, not as serious as Puerto
them,
Rico.
yep.
Yes. Yeah.
But Quint, and he went on to say, oh, he don't understand the language, speak English. But I mean, Quint, they rap in English, and I don't understand what they say.
That's a good point.
They're gonna get you,
That's a
Cleo.
good
They're
one.
gonna get you.
But I'm being honest. They rap in English, and I don't understand what they're saying.
I tell you.
Give me a break to each his own.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is that the man was promoting unity, and I think that is the problem with us black people. We just refuse to unite.
Yeah.
Whether which country from, whether America, Caribbean, for some reason we got a problem.
Yeah.
Same thing we said yesterday.
Yeah. That is why for
something
400
wrong.
now you see why we've been suppressed for 400 years, because our own people are part of the biggest obstacle.
Oh gosh. Anyway, and you know, for me, right? I don't know. Bad Bunny. I keep saying Big Bunny. I don't know Bad Bunny, but for me, what got me excited when I was going to Facebook is seeing my flag.
Yeah. Well,
now
look,
for me,
to
here
tell.
where I live, right, Quinn? When I see somebody, when I see my flag in a vehicle, I get so excited because I live in a place where you hardly see kitchens. So
That's
when I
it.
see my flag, I'm like, oh, my flag.
Yeah.
I get so excited.
Yeah. And to tell the truth, I didn't know Bad Bunny. I don't even know one of his
Nobody
songs.
knew Bad Bunny.
You understand?
Exactly.
But I don't understand.
But I
Cleo,
understood the concept that he was pushing.
how
straight
y'all
up.
didn't know Bad Bunny? Because Bad Bunny dated Kendall Jenner. How come nobody knew that?
Well, I don't follow that kind of stuff. So
Hortensia.
Hi.
Sometimes I think I'm in a.
There's another caller. There's another caller.
Because half of the things I don't know. I'm in another world all by myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's another caller
I'm
waiting.
through the line.
All right. Caller, go ahead. You're live on Island T. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you guys. Good morning to the listeners.
Yeah.
Great job by Bad Bunny. Great job. He, I believe, is, trying to be the answer to Trump and his immigration policies here. And the unity he displayed was very great, man. His culture, his tradition. Bad Bunny is a renowned American artist.
You go ahead. You hear the people say from Puerto Rico?
No, he's American.
Okay.
He's American.
I'm being facetious,
This is the
bro.
points that we have to be hammering home. He's not Puerto Rican, yes, by background.
Yeah.
But the thing about what's going on in this country right now is the immigration issue. He answered that. That's one of his biggest goals with that halftime performance. And he reached the world stage. He had that worldwide attention. Remember now, this immigration policies in America is affecting the whole world.
Yep.
And trust me, Jay-Z and the NFL, that relationship that Rock Nation has with the NFL, they know what they was doing. And we cannot put down Colin Kaepernick and his other buddies that was around him kneeling and protesting back then. When Trump himself again back then spoke up against him and his other supporters, fire them. He told Roger Goodell to fire them from the NFL. But kudos to Colin Kaepernick for kneeling and protesting against the injustices. This is what we got to do in Sinkis and Nevis. Boycott or protest is two forms of agitation that we are not exercising in Sinkis and Nevis. It gets results. Trust me, voting for who, a party or whatever, has consequences as well. We also got to exercise that right to vote. I'm encouraging the young people in Sinkis and Nevis to get up to speed and get involved in the political affairs of Sinkis and Nevis, because you are the future, and the decisions that these politicians are making is greatly affecting you. Like Prince said, we're getting old, we're getting up in age. That torch got to be passed on to the next generation. And to see what's going on in Sinkis Nevis, man, how they're trying to take those lands and give them away. What's going to left for our children? But anyway, back to the Bad Bunny real quick. Great performance. He did his job. He reached the audience he needed to reach, and the numbers are going to come in shortly.
Bill, someone commented and also said that Bad Bunny is showing the U.S. their neglect of Puerto Rico in terms of the electricity, because since Hurricane Maria, Puerto Rico has not been getting constant electricity. So maybe that's the next reason to why they're fighting against it.
They have a lot of internal issues there in Puerto Rico.
Look, that entire performance was a protest. It was an in-your-face protest, and you can see why. And you can see why people like Jay-Z would be behind it, because remember, people forget what rap was about. Rap was about young black people protesting their condition in the early conception. It has now morphed into this sexual thing and all, but that is what it was. It was an in-your-face against the system, and this is why.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Quint, you're absolutely right. You know, easy living in the ghettos in America, man.
Yeah.
A lot of negative stuff that's in the ghettos. Jay-Z came up to that era, and yeah, man, I mean, we might have our opinions of him. He might not be the best, but guess what? he was a lyricist.
Yep.
And he is still.
Yeah.
And, you know, the marketing part that you mentioned, Quint, we can't lose sight of that either. Because guess what? You see Roger Goodell, he's not listening to Trump right now like he did last time when Colin Kaepernick was kneeling, because the man is trying to extend the NFL.
Yeah.
I believe he's gonna have 9 games in 9 foreign countries next season, and that's where that partnership with Rock Nation and what they did this halftime performance with Bad Bunny, that's why it's so important. The NFL is going to extend next year, and that's where Roger Goodell's mindset is at.
Bro, there's another caller. Hello, caller.
Yes, Quint, let me say something. Let me make a quick clarification of something, okay? No, I said that I do not know how Christians could be praising Bad Bunny presentation. And I had in mind Cleo, actually, who was either yesterday or the day before. It seems to me, because he presented St. Kitts flag, was praising Bad Bunny's presentation. I did not say that Christians is saying that he should, they want him down here. I said that second part based upon what was said yesterday on this program, that there are people here who now want Bad Bunny to come to the music festivals, So those two things are two separate things, which I heard on this program. So if I'm spreading any propaganda, it's right here in this program.
But you heard Cleo make a statement. Did Cleo say she wanted him on the music festival?
No, she did not.
Okay.
She was excited about seeing the country's flag.
She was praising his presentation.
Yes. So you took one individual who you know is a Christian, and their excitement, as she said, it was mainly because she saw our flag and the representation and so forth. So you took that one thing, which was a kind of a truth, and you merge it, and then you said Christian. You don't understand Christians.
It's two separate things, because yesterday, somebody, I think it was somebody calling, maybe one or two of y'all, or somebody was calling, I do not remember, who said separate to clear, who said that there are people in St. Kitts who want Bad Bunny to come here to the music festival.
Yes.
So there were two separate. So the people who want him come here, I did not base that upon what Clear said. I based that upon what somebody said yesterday, that there are
on
people
this show?
who want. Yes, on this very show. Go back to listen to yesterday.
But Greg, even apart from that, what I'm saying is, so let's analyze what your statement. So the one Christian that we are sure of is Cleo, right? So that means you're not justified in saying Christians, because only one individual. Number two, an individual called in, as you said, and said, people want Bad Bunny here. Is that person a Christian? You don't know. And did this in that statement say Christians want him here? But you came on this morning. But you came on this morning. But you came on this morning and you said, I have an issue with Christians or so-called Christians wanting Bad Bunny here. That's what you said.
I did not say that. Go back and replay. I did not say that.
Well, you may not have said it like verbatim as I said it, but that is what I got. But that is what I got from your implication.
But maybe you got it, but I did not imply it. I made those two separate points.
Okay, well, if it is that it is so, I stand corrected. But that is what I got from you, and you didn't say it. And you didn't say it once, as far as I'm concerned. You said it on a number of occasions where I'm sure I heard the word Christians.
Well, yes, I did say Christians.
Okay,
I did
so
say
that is
Christians
what I'm saying.
in speaking positively of Bad Bunny presentation, but I did not say Christians. And yes, maybe I should have said Christian, because I really had in mind Cleo when she was praising Bad Bunny. She wasn't praising Bad Bunny. Presentation seemingly based upon the flag being the our flag.
Yeah,
but
so
that had nothing to do.
So that is why
with
I
the second point I made, that people, I did not say Christians, I said people here money to come to the music festival. people. I did not say Christians where that second point is.
The South